season after Tez's ineligibility. It's not necessarily life after Tez Walker. That sounds much more dramatic. Season after Tez Walker's eligibility drama starts this weekend at home versus App for the Tar Heels. And this is a test of one of the things that sports tests. Okay, this is a very big test for one of the things that sports test, which is your ability to compartmentalize.
Yes.
Because, and I kind of respect it, but it's different than how most teams would have tackled this. Nobody in Carolina, nobody on the program, no one on the coaching staff, no one in the on the roster, no one is acting as if they are anything but heartbroken and disappointed for Tez. After their Week 1 win, Drake May wore a backwards Tez Walker jersey with Walker across his collarbones to talk to the media, right? Like hey, I'm raising awareness for my buddy. During their Week 1 win, the cameras found Tez Walker on the sideline more than any player on Carolina, I'd say, outside of Drake May. He, like, every play, boom, what's Tez Walker doing? Every play, boom, what's Tez Walker doing? Mack Brown and Bubba Cunningham did not downplay the heartache and the disappointment with their reaction to the news. They did not do the coaches, the athletic director thing where you say, oh, it's unfortunate, but we're just going to control what we're going to control, and we're going to what we can control, and we're moving forward with our heads down, and No, they said, we are upset, we are angry, we've never been more upset, shame on you, NCAA. We now have to wrap our arms around Tez Walker. They didn't do the thing that most coaches do. But now they have to find a way to move forward and in either, for lack of a better phrase, put it in the background or turn it into anger and fight and determination. Right? The one of the unfortunate things is they would be a better football team with Tez Walker.
100%.
They can't worry about that now.
You can't.
You can't think about it. You can't say, oh, man, it would have been nice to have Tez on this third down. You can't have it. Mack Brown said that last week. Drake May had a good game considering he threw to a whole bunch of different receivers in practice because Tez Walker was still running with the ones. He was still a starter in practice, as was Nate McCollum, who ended up getting hurt. But he was like throwing to different guys in practice than he threw to in the game. That's not an excuse anymore, even though it kind of is an excuse. It's a really interesting situation. Because like the reason why I don't want to call it life after Tez is because he's still healthy, right? He's still on the sideline. He's still running around. I don't know if you can do like this season is for Tez like you would do if somebody was seriously injured or if somebody, suffered some kind of tragedy, right? You're not going to run out of the tunnel with a Tez Walker jersey, go lay it down on the bench for everybody to touch before the game when like Tez Walker is right there and you could just go talk to him. They're going to have to move forward without it being a distraction, without it being a built-in excuse, without it being something that takes away from their mental focus, while also still being mad, rightfully so, right? Still being prepared to talk about it in a well-thought-out manner when asked, while still advocating for their friend and teammate and player as if you're a coach. Like it's a very interesting situation. And then on top of that, you're playing App State. Now, I'm not saying Chase Bryce is, I believe, on a CFL team, a Canadian Football League team, but you know what App State can do. What was the final score last year? 900 to 899? Give or take,
roughly.
Felt like that, right? This is a team that is not one that you can, welcome to town and say, all right, we're all distracted by this Tez stuff. Thank goodness we're playing App. It's not that. It's not that at all. They have a running game with two offensive linemen on the what is it? The Outland Trophy. It's one of the offensive line watch lists. They have a running back that's on the Doak Walker watch list. Like they have a team that can do some things if you show up with your mind on anything other than stopping them. Right? Drake May, I love that you wore the jersey. I love that you wanted to talk Tez. I love that you put all the pressure you could on the NCAA to make the right decision. They made the wrong decision. The NCAA botched it. Life's unfair.
Yeah, 100%.
Life's tough. Get a helmet. Cold world. Get a blanket. Right? Like, that's how cold and callous you almost have to be. Tez Walker might be your best friend.
Mm-hmm.
He may have just had his dreams for this year ripped out of his hands by the inept and inadequate NCAA. You have to go win a football game on Saturday.
Yeah. And if I'm a coach in this situation, I kind of do something similar. When I was coaching, I would do something similar to this when we would have, say, a big win.
Mm-hmm.
Is that before practice today, have the team meetings and all that stuff. All right, guys, let's vent. 20 minutes, whatever it takes, 15, 20 minutes. Let's just let it all out. Yell, scream, be angry, cuss. I don't care. 15, 20 minutes. We let it all out.
Don't punch a locker, right?
Yeah, don't punch in lockers.
No physical, but hey, whatever you got to say, but this is the purge right now.
But exactly. Let it all out. Because otherwise it's going to be, you're going to talk about it during practice. The anger is going to show during practice, whatever. It's going to distract you. You let it all out now. Like, okay, we let it all out. What's happened has happened. You can't control what happened. We have to move forward.
And coaches
go forward.
Coaches all do that kind of stuff. I've been a part of burying film. We burned film one time. Like we didn't actually burn it. It was like a CD case that they told us had a DVD in it, but it very obviously did not have. It was just a piece of paper. But like you do those sort of things to kind of try to move on. But this is why this is different, right? Mm-hmm. If a ref makes a bad call, vent, go nuts. If you have a big win or a bad loss, flush it, move on. I don't know if you want to do that for this Tez Walker.
No.
Like you want to keep it. You want to keep him involved. You want to, win for him, but also don't make it that dramatic. Like, it's not something they're going to completely flush and put behind them. It's just a matter of, for 3 hours on Saturday, can you compartmentalize it and not make it as important as it is so you can focus on getting the job done against App State?
You always hear that next man up mentality. Okay.
Yeah.
Next man up.
Yeah, we wish Tez could play. Paysor, you're a number one wide receiver on a top 20 team in the country. Good luck. Get open, make the catch. Drake's going to put it on you.
Big time life lesson. Like you said, it ain't fair.
And he's not going to throw it softer to you than he would have to Tez. Paysor knows that. He's a good player. He's just the name that's next up.